guys, welcome to CRNT Designers. Chetan here. This is the hard surface modeling part 2. Before moving to the tutorial, if you didn't subscribe to the YouTube channel, then please subscribe it. And now let's get started. So add a cylinder and measure vertex should be 24. Then rotate it into 90 degree and scale it along the z-axis, local z-axis. Then add two loop cuts and then add loop cuts like this. Okay, then add two loop cuts here and scale them along the local z-axis, and then you need to select the verse and vertex connect path. This option there, right click, connect vertex path. Choose this step for all. After that, select one face and deselect two faces and delete these faces. It's very easy. After that, select this and then add array. Before that, set origin to the geometry and add array modifier. Check the right axis and then add subdivision surface modifier and increase level to 2 and make sure your modifier should be in the proper order. Then apply the array modifier and you can see a little bit of faces here. Just we need to delete few faces. So before that, check that face orientation and all these vertex and then delete these faces. Now you can see it's right, so we can add more loop cuts to tighten the edges. And you can see we need to delete these faces, inner faces, so just delete them. After that, select these words and press F to fill the gap. Then add a solidify modifier, give its proper thickness. Now take a knife tool and add a cut like this. Select this cut or loop cut and then double tap G to drag this loop cut and then add one more loop cut here. Click, then press Z and then click the next point and then press enter for the knife tool. Then select this loop cut and then just little bit drag them. After that, just adjust the thickness of the solidify modifier. And now you can see it's look pretty good, so shift it to duplicate just for the backup purpose. And now you can see if we apply the solidify modifier and then we go for to edit the mesh, then we will face more work to do. You can see we need to remove these edges, so just that's why don't apply the solidify modifier. And now just remove these edges. Select the edges and then remove them because it's necessary. These edges creates a weirdness right there and we want chord based topology, so that's why we need to remove these edges. and you can see there are triangles and polygons, so that's why we need to remove these edges. So just dissolve these edges like this. Select these edges and then Ctrl X to dissolve them. Now it's look fine, and we need to do the same process for all the cuts we have made. Then add one loop cut here with the help of knife tool and just try to scale it like this, not too much, little bit you need to scale it to maintain the shape. And now we need to do the same process here, so just Shift D to duplicate. Either you can use the Shift D or you can use the one more time the array modifier. It's totally depend on you which step you want to use, but after that you need to merge the words, that's necessary. And it's good, one shape is proper, so just Shift D to duplicate and then merge them, because we didn't apply the solidify modifier yet, so it's easy to go with the duplicate object. Just Shift D to duplicate and then merge them together, then join them together. That's more convenient and easy. Press F, fill the gaps, and then add a supported loop cuts, because we will add the subdivision surface modifier, so that's why you need to add the supported loop cuts. And you can see it's look fine, pretty good, decent. Then add one more cylinder and rotate it into 90 degree and scale it along the local z-axis like this. And you need to scale it down. Before that, they set the origin to the geometry, and origin should be at the 3D cursor, and then scale down it a little bit just to adjust its size. So that's why it's necessary. And then scale it along the local z-axis. And now it's look fine. Then add supported loop cut. Not the supported loop cuts, we will create a little bit of geometry, little bit of design on this inner cylinder also, so that's why it's necessary. Add a loop cuts. We want to create a creep kind of shape right there, as you have seen in the preview images. Something like that we will create very easily, it's not difficult. So just use the simple bevel and extrude and insert operation, create next design on the model. Then add 2 loop cuts here, then add a bevel on these loop cuts, and then extrude inside these loop cuts, faces, and then add subdivision surface modifier, and now you can see it's look pretty well. Then add a supportive edges and supporting loop cuts to tighten this edge and for the good shading. Then shade smooth it, and then recalculate the normal and see the words merged words by distance, just to avoid any bad artifacts. Then add a loop cut at the center and use the symmetrize option to get the same design on another side. And you can see we got the same design on another side also. Then just adjust the scale of the both object corresponding to each other. Design. Then we will add the design on this. Select these faces and press P for selection and make it different object, because we won't add the subdivision surface modifier on this particular object. That's why select these faces and press P for selection and make it different object, and then just fill this gap. Use the symmetrize for one more time. Select this face and press F to fill the gap, and now it's fine. Now you can see we got this different object, so just fill the gap, press F for that, then add a supporting loop cuts, and then select these faces, right click and then poke the faces, and you will get something like this. Select the center words and then scale it, and you need to do the same process for this thing. The side words also, select these words and then scale them like this. And now if we add subdivision surface modifier, we will get something like this, but we don't want, so just add the bevel modifier on it. Delete that subdivision surface modifier and then add a bevel modifier. You need to see what looks pretty good. You can keep the subdivision surface modifier and it's look good, then it's fine. Use the mirror modifier to get the same shape to the another side. So you can see we have keep both bevel modifier and subdivision surface modifier. And now it's look good, decent. And you can see it's look decent pretty well. Thank Thanks for watching. If you like this tutorial, then hit that like button and subscribe my YouTube channel. Bye bye. See you in the next video. Take care.